17-year-old boy was shot and killed here in New Haven last night. I'm Kaelee Collins with what police and other city leaders have to say about an alarming rise in gun violence.
Live in New Haven now with what we know so far. Kaelee.
Symphony Keith, just a tragic couple of weeks now here in the city of New Haven as yet another young life is lost to some senseless gun violence. Now, this 17-year-old was shot and killed just one day after another young man, a 25-year-old, was shot and killed by a man wearing a mask over on a parking lot on George Street. Now, this 17 resource officers and counselors at the school later today. Reporting live in New Haven this morning, Kaelee Collins, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Kaelee, thank you for that update. We will see you again at 6 o'clock. Some sad news for that community.
Another act of gun violence here in the Elm City. I'm Kaelee Collins with what we know so far about the shooting death of a 17-year-old boy here in New Haven last night.
Get right out to Fox 61's Kaelee Collins live in New Haven. Kaelee, obviously we don't know all the details yet, but this might be another example of what's called the cycle of gun violence.
Tim, Erica, that's right. Just a tragic couple of weeks here in the Elm City as yet another young life is lost due to gun violence. Now, police have yet to identify the 17-year-old boy that was shot and killed here in New Haven last night, but they do tell us that he was friends with another shooting victim who was recently killed just about 2 weeks ago here in New Haven. The 17-year-old who may have some video, who may have seen anything or knows anything, to give them a call at their Detective Bureau line. Reporting live in New Haven this morning, Kaelee Collins, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Kaelee, thank you.
So far about the shooting death of a 17-year-old boy here in New Haven.
In New Haven, Kaelee, of course, we don't know the details yet, but this appears to be another example of what they often call that endless cycle of gun violence.
That's right, Tim and Erica. Just a sad couple of weeks here in the Elm City as gun violence leads to the death of another young person here in the city. Now, police say that 17-year-old boy was shot last night over on Shelton Avenue at around 7 o'clock. And this comes just one day after another young man, a 25-year-old, was shot and killed by someone wearing a mask over on George Street just the day before. Again, last night, that 17-year-old shot area to call their Detective Bureau line. And though the victim's name has not yet been released at this point, police tell us that that victim was a student over at Riverside High. There's going to be extra resource officers and counselors there at the school today. Again, anyone with information is asked to give police a call, and we'll also be hearing from the New Haven mayor and some community advocates about this ongoing trend of gun violence in the city coming up next hour. For now, we're live in New Haven. Kaelee Collins, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station. Lost due to gun violence. I'm Kaelee Collins with what police are telling us about the 17-year-old that was shot and killed here last night.
Kaelee Collins live in New Haven. Kaelee, of course, we don't know the details yet, but based on what police are saying, it looks like this is another example of what they often call the cycle of gun violence.
Yeah, Tim, Erica, just been a sad, tragic couple of weeks here in New Haven as more young people have died as a result of these shooting incidents. Now, with this 17-year-old that was killed last night, police have not yet identified him, but they do believe he was targeted. They tell us that he was friends with another young teen, a 16-year-old, who was killed just about 2 weeks ago over on Goff Street. That was the incident that involved us. With this incident, police and investigators are asking anyone who may have seen something, who has any information, to give them a call. They do say that they saw a dark-colored vehicle flee the scene. There's not been confirmation yet whether or not that vehicle was involved with this shooting, but they're asking for anyone with information to come forward as there wasn't much video surveillance available in that area. That number for the Detective Bureau should be on your screen now. For now, we're live in New Haven this morning. Kaelee Collins, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Kaelee, thank you.
Yeah, Tim, Erica, just been a sad, tragic couple of weeks here in New Haven as more young people have died as a result of these shooting incidents. Now, with this 17-year-old that was killed last night, police have not yet.
Other person.
Police tell us that there was a dark-colored vehicle leaving the scene that they saw there last night. They're asking anyone with information to come forward and reach out to their Detective Bureau line. There wasn't much video surveillance in that area, so if anyone happens to have video, they would gladly take that as well. Reporting in New Haven this morning, Kaelee Collins, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.